What's up, you guys? I wanted to talk today about my secrets, I guess you could say, for getting straight A's. I'm a marketing major at Miami University and I have a 3.94, so I don't have a 4.0, but I have gotten so many requests from you guys to do this. The amount of effort and good study habits and time management skills you need in college was a little bit shocking to me, so I'm going to show you how I kind of mastered my study habits. The first thing that I would say is to find some kind of genuine interest in the material, which is way easier said than done, but just try and find some kind of connection for you to relate to it. And something that I always try and remind myself is think about how expensive college is. Even if your parents are paying for your college, it's still like $200, $250 per class. Like each class that you sit in, a class that you skip was $250 out of your pocket. Honestly, you also need to be super realistic about the amount of time and effort takes to get the good grades. You can't really expect to have a cursory knowledge of the information and then get an A, because in college it's not gonna fly. You have to make sacrifices. Sometimes you can't watch Netflix or go out some nights. So if it's a priority for you to get good grades, then you're gonna have to do that. Biggest tip for you is to be strategic based on the course. You wanna do some research, be friends with some upperclassmen. That has been so helpful for me for figuring out good professors, what they test on, stuff like that. You could go on Rate My Professors. A lot of people will leave comments about what the exams are weighted on, and I've even gone to professors asking what they think the best study methods for their classes. You don't want to waste your time using all of these different resources or wasting your time with different study methods when that's not going to actually help you in that class. My econ class was all based off lecture notes. I honestly did not need to read. Typically on the first exam, I'll use like all of my resources just so I could really feel out myself what the exam is based off once I take it. Study too little and then bomb the first exam. And then I realized for the next midterm and then for the final that I only needed to go over the lecture notes. I did not need to go over the online homework. I stopped wasting the 2 hours twice a week to take out thorough notes and read the textbook and just went over my notes. For my marketing class, I wouldn't recommend this for a lot of classes. I didn't need to read the chapters for each class. I just needed to read them right before the exam. She gave specific pages that the exam was based off, so I could save a ton of time for myself by just writing really detailed notes on the pages that she included and then chunking up the amount of work the couple days before the exam so it was fresh in my memory. I also realized that the exams were super detailed. They weren't just about the bulleted words in the chapters, they were about minute details, which yes, people can complain is unfair. Listen, like the professor's not going to change the way the exams are, so you have to change your study habits. What I'll do is I have a Google Chrome extension, it's called Speak It. I'm not sponsored. You can go onto online textbooks because nowadays you have online access codes. You highlight the words and then your computer will speak it to you. You get to hear it, you can read it along, and then I take a Word document and I will write super detailed notes and type it up. I do tend to learn better when I write things up, but when you have that much detail, you're gonna spend too much time and you're gonna get so frustrated. I could even recall like the most random details that she would put on the exam because I wrote notes out for it. So that's how I spent my time, and I ended up with an A in the class. And make friends in classes. It's really helpful so that when you have questions on projects and homework assignments, you have friends to ask and consult, so you don't always have to go directly to the professor. Definitely go to office hours. Professors don't bite, and they even give you tips for like questions that might be on the exam. If you have like a good relationship with your professor, they'll really help you out, and at the end of the semester they'll definitely bump you up. My huge tip for if you have classes like econ and accounting where there's concepts and you don't need to know like textbook details but just concepts in general is to rewrite the notes multiple times. The 2 hours that I would use to study the textbook, instead, after we learned a section, I would go back and rewrite my notes in a really clean and colorful manner so that it looked really nice, and one that was like pleasing to me is to like rewrite notes and make it look nicer. It's so much more helpful to rewrite it out, and so I would rewrite it after I learned it. Might sound crazy, but it really did not take that much time, and I got 97s on those exams. So if you're serious about getting A's, get serious about your studying. You really want to be an active learner, so actually rewriting things instead of just rereading them and like fooling yourself that you actually understand the information. And of course, balance is really important. I think it's good to work super hard during the week and then go out or spend time with friends, watch movies with friends, relax, sleep in. So just have some kind of balance and a treat on the weekend so that you can take a break and refresh before starting the week over and working hard again. That's it for this video. I really hope this was helpful. Leave me a comment if you have any more questions and let me know what your #1 study tip is. Give this video a thumbs up, and that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.